monuments maintained by Heritage Flag and Supply at 605 Conklin Road on Binghamton's south side. Now we ask you to please rise if you're able and remove your caps as we honor America with a performance of the national anthem. Performing the national anthem tonight, please welcome Madison Fedoris.
Oh, say, can you see the dawn's early light? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and rockets red glare, the bombs bursting through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner for the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you, Madison.
Good evening, Reading Fightin Phils fans, back for another game against the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. The series tied at 1 game apiece after the Reading Fightin Phils fell yesterday 6-2. Bright spots in that game, though, Josh Stephen with a solo home run. Dalton Guthrie had 3 hits on the board and a stolen base. The bullpen looked pretty good too. Nick Lackney and Jonathan Hennigan both threw a clean inning of relief, and James MacArthur lowered his ERA to a 2.25 in the last month. Pretty exciting things going on there. But today, Adam Leverett gets the bump for the Reading Fightin Phils, and on the flip side, Alec Casena, who is warming out there right now. Taking the field behind him, his teammates. Duplantis out and left. He's been there the whole time. Jake Mangum in center. Wagner LaGrange over at right in the hot corner. Romero, middle infield, Mauricio and Carpio. And over at first base, Matt Winokur. A new face back behind the plate. Jose Mena is going to be back behind the dish tonight. And with Matt Kroon getting the day off today, it's Dalton Guthrie who's going to slip into the leadoff spot. Guthrie, of course, a fantastic day yesterday. See how he can play at Reading. Is going to look to score first. Yesterday they were kind of playing catch-up and just let that slip away from them at the end of the night. But today, a brand new ball game. Just 3 games left here in the 2021 season. So hopeful that we can wind things down on a good note as Guthrie steps up into the box. Back behind the plate, Josh Gilreath calling the balls and strikes today. Steve Hodgins shifts over to third. And manning the first base territory, the crew chief, Dane Ponsack. A nice 76 degrees here in Binghamton, New York. The sun already starting to set. You can tell we are merging out of summer here. And the first pitch from Casena. A called strike at the knees. Wind stronger than we've seen it the past few days, but really not much going on. Pushing out to center, if anything. We'll see if that picks up as the sun starts to set. Guthrie with the bat over his head takes the ball below the knees. 1-1. Middle infield back deep. Corner infielders playing straight up as the lights already come on here at Mirabito Stadium. making sure no twilight balls getting anybody's way. Guthrie takes another pitch below the knees. 2-1 the count now. Righty on righty matchup. The 2-1 poke the other way. The first baseman Winokur bobbles it, but he picks it up and jogs it over to first. And there is one out. Bryson Stott will head up. Stott receiving big honors today. The 2021 Paul Owens Award winner. That is given out annually to the best player and the best pitcher in the Phillies minor league system. And deservedly so, given to Bryson Stott. For all his accomplishments, splitting the season high A and double A, but had a fantastic past month with the double A Fightin Phils. And, his character as well really shining through, his personality, class act, positive attitude. I was talking with manager Sean Williams about the kind of player that Bryson Stott is as he takes a first pitch strike. Casena deals outside, 1-1. Just that he's a true baseball player, the highest compliment that a manager can give to a player. Always goes about things the right way. Great teammate. Great player to work with. He takes a pitch downstairs. 2-1. And on the other side, the pitcher of the year goes to Gene Cabrera. Spent the season in rookie ball. Here's the 2-1. Stott swings through. 90 miles an hour from Casena. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of former R-Phils have won this award. Of course, 2019, it was won by Alec Boehm. Reese Hoskins, Ryan Howard, Pat Burrell, all previous winners of the award. David Parkinson was the pitcher of the year back in 2019 as Stott fouls one back. He'll keep his 2-2 count. The award instituted in 1986, named, of course, after the late Paul Owens, who spent 48 years in the Phillies organization as a scout, farm director, general manager, and senior advisor. So he really covered his bases there. Stott takes a pitch upstairs. The count now full. One out on the board. Scoreless here in the top of the first against the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. A later start today, 7:05. The past 2 games, 6:30 starts as Stott holds off on a pitch in the dirt, and that will send him down to first. The first free pass issued by Casena today, and Reading gets a runner on with 1 out here for Simone Muzziotti. And Stott and Cabrera are going to be honored before the game, the Phillies game, that is, on Monday, September 20th, so just a couple days before their game against the Orioles on field at Citizens Bank Park. So big congratulations there to Bryson Stott as he shuffles a couple steps off of first base. Muzziotti takes a first pitch strike. He had a nice 2-hit night in his double-A debut yesterday. Went 0 for 4, though, so we'll see how he settles in here. Tries to bounce back. Casena is going to have to go out of the stretch here with a runner on first. Sends a ball outside to Muzziotti. 1-1 the count. If we take a look at the series that the Rumble Ponies played at First Energy Stadium, the two teams went 3 wins apiece. And right now they're at 1 win apiece here. So tied on the season. We'll see who comes out on top these next 3 games. With only 5 games in this series, there's not going to be a situation in which both teams have a tie when they face each other, since Wednesday night was rained out. Pickoff attempt back to first, but Stott able to dive back in time. Good crowd here at Mirabito Stadium. A nice Friday night at the ballpark. Their group area is pretty full as Muzziotti takes a called strike. Irish night here at the ballpark yesterday. Italian night, covering all of their bases. Runner on. No score here in the top of the first. One out on the board for Reading. The righty sends the ball into Muzziotti. Goes down and away. He doesn't chase. And another full count here from Casena. Stott won the battle with a walk. We'll see what Muzziotti can do. Casena just two innings of work in Double-A ball. Is Stott going? Muzziotti fouls it back, and he'll have to go back. Most of his time this season came in High A with the Brooklyn Cyclones, so he has seen some of these batters here before, since a lot of these guys did start the season with Jersey Shore, and Jersey Shore and the Cyclones facing off numerous times throughout the summer. We'll see if Stott goes again here. The payoff pitch, he does. Another foul ball back by Muzzi. Ohapi, a player that has faced Casena before, is anxiously waiting on deck with just one out here. The Arphils looking to threaten early. They've got Stott out on first. Muzziotti takes the payoff pitch outside. Back-to-back walks issued by Casena. As Brayson shifts to second, Simone down to first. 2 on, just 1 out here for Ohapi, the designated hitter tonight. Saw him behind the plate the first 2 games, but he'll get a break there and just act as a batter in this game as we see an early visit from the pitching coach. Jonathan Hurst is going to come out. Most of the infield is as well. And Ohapi just has to wait his turn here. 19 pitches thrown by Alec Casena. And the umpire comes, breaks up the media at the mound. Wait for the 25-year-old out of Seattle, Washington, to get ready to rock and roll here. Hoppy crowding the plate here. He is 1-8 against Casena. But he's got an opportunity here with a runner in scoring position, another one out on first, and just one out on the board. The first pitch, he drives out to left. It ropes just foul. Lands on top of a picnic area. Right idea. Just looking to shift that over a little bit if he can. Casena originally drafted by the Detroit Tigers in the 16th round back in 2015. Fortunately, was released in 2017. But then the Mets signed them as a free agent in 2019. And has been climbing through the ranks ever since. Ohapi chases and comes up with nothing. Down 0-2 now. Scoreless here at Mirabito Stadium, top of the first. Reading 2 on, just 1 out. Sean Williams anxiously awaiting sending one of his runners home here. Give Adam Leverett some run support early on. They can. Here's the 0-2 in the dirt. A good block by their catcher, Mena. First time we're seeing him in this series. They've got 3 listed catchers on their roster, but only seen Hayden Singer back there so far. Here's the 1-2 to Ohapi. Chases upstairs, strikes out. Swinging. And now there's 2 outs here for the Fightin' Phils, and it'll be on the shoulder of Josh Steven. Steven, the R-Phil's clutch player of the year, not only because he had 2 walk-offs, but he also leads the team in RBIs with 43 on the season. He'll come up with a runner in scoring position right now. Highest batting average on the team, actually, with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. 321, Josh Steven bats. In hardly charged moments, as this ball gets away from the catcher, Mena. Wild pitch allows both runners to advance. Stott to third, Muziati to second, and suddenly there's 2 runners in scoring position here for Josh Steven. Steven has a third of his RBIs with 2 outs on the board. How's that for clutch hitting? Casena takes a moment to get the sign from his catcher. Here's the 1-0. Called strike at the knees. Infield back deep here for the lefty batter. They've got a little bit of a shift on him. The shortstop, Mauricio, back behind second base. But Romero playing closer towards third. A good frame by the catcher, Mena, but doesn't get the call from Josh Gilreath this time. So Steven has a 2-1 count now. 2 outs on the board. Good runners out on the base paths. And Brenny Kumana on deck for Reading. Here's the pitch. Steven pokes it the opposite well, but just foul. Just rope that down the left field line. Moved left of the foul pole, though. So we'll go again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on here. Scoreless top of the first. And the offering, Steven strikes out swinging on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. And that will do it here in the first. Reading threatens, but they strand 2 runners on. So Adam Leverett is going to come out here. Try to get them through the bottom half and back up to bat in just a second.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support. Adam Leverett getting the start today. He heads out to the rubber for the first time, scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. The 22-year-old will celebrate his birthday on Sunday. Probably his last start of the season as a 22-year-old and in 2021. as he gets set up. But we got to give, of course, a happy birthday shout out to Kyle Doey. Today is his birthday. Doey turning 25 years old, the California native. Leverett sends a first pitch ball here into Antoine Duplantis. Duplantis having a rough go in this series as a leadoff hitter, has yet to record a hit. He has reached in other ways on an error hit by a pitch, but here's the 2-0. Leverett gets him to chase upstairs, hits 93 on the gun. 2 balls, 1 strike. A perfect night here at the ballpark. No rain or anything like that on the forecast. Just a nice night as the sun sets over the mountains in the backdrop. Infield back deep. Here's the 2-1 from Leverett. A good frame by Jack Conley back behind the plate. He'll be doing the defensive work back there for Reading today. The infield, Bryson Stott shifting to third today. He's only played 4 games over there as Leverett gets Duplantis to pop it up. It's going to come into the stands, though. That'll make the count full. Stott spending 70 games in the shortstop area for Reading, 4 at third, 4 at second. But today he's at third with Dalton Guthrie shifting to shortstop. Chris Cornelius remaining at second, and Luke Miller, who we saw as the designated hitter, over at first base tonight. Here's the payoff pitch from Leverett. Duplantis gets a piece of it with his bat. Doesn't mean to swing, but tipped it, so we'll have to go again with another full count. The outfield looks like Josh Steven in left, Simone Muzziotti in center, and Grenny Kumana over at right. And the pitch is lined into left. It drops in front of Josh Steven. He races over and throws it back in, but a base hit for Antoine Duplantis to lead us off. Same situation for Adam Leverett. Since he spent some time in Jersey Shore, he has seen some of these batters at Brooklyn. Coming up, Jake Mangum. First pitch strike there to Mangum. Saw him yesterday after he came off the injured list. Got a 2 RBI single to his name. Muzziotti out there in center. We've seen him in 2 games now. You know what's weird? Has not got a ball hit to him. So can't really report how he's doing out in center, but stands there pretty well. Leverett misses downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on first. Miller's keeping him on over there. Leverett, though, seemingly focused on the batter. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back into the net. Fans thought it was coming for them, but didn't make it over the net. Mangum, .295 batting average. Double-A Binghamton, 87 hits on the season. And Leverett does go back to Miller. Duplantis taking kind of a pretty big lead out there. Mangum battling Bryson Stott for third place in the league leading average category. Leverett comes up and in there. Little chin music to Jake Mangum. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Bryson Stott comes into this game with a 296 overall batting average in Double-A. Mangum 295. Qualified players. Riley Green for Erie in second, though he's no longer in Double-A, got the promotion. Those are about the only ones that could shift around. Otto Lopez very much out in front with a 331. Stott, of course, leading the Phillies minor league system in batting average. Leverett takes a moment to look back at his runner here. Scoreless in the bottom of the first, nobody out. The runner going. Here's the pitch, the throw by Conley. It's a perfect throw. The tag from Dalton Guthrie, and they get him. We've seen Jack Conley do that time and time again here. A perfect strike him out, throw him out as they get Mangum and down to Duplantis. And suddenly, 2 outs on the board here, and the runners are erased. I have that as Jack Conley's 13th caught stealing this summer. Hovers around 25% of the time. He's able to nab those runners. Well, 2 outs on the board here for Ronnie Mauricio. He's a guy who has faced Adam Leverett before. 1 for 3. Back in high A. Also has a strikeout against him. Mauricio takes a ball and then fouls one back. The count 1-1. Called strike. Leverett goes inside. Mauricio doesn't even think about it, but Gilreath gives Leverett the call. It's 1-2 here. He's a strike away out of getting out of this inning clean. Got that big strike him out, throw him out to get the first 2. Sends a pitch upstairs, though. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Scoreless here in the bottom of the first. Redding looking to get back up to bat. Leverett kicks and fires. Mauricio fouls it straight back. Keep his count. Energetic crowd here at Mirabito Stadium. Last night they charted 2,900. Definitely suspect they have way more than that here tonight. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Conley is trying to put the tag on a chasing Mauricio. They're kind of doing a standoff dance there. Eventually Mauricio kind of gives up. Can't run out of the base paths anyways, and Conley puts the tag on him. That'll do it. An interesting 3 outs here in the bottom of the first, but Redding gets him, and Leverett faces the minimum. So we're scoreless here, heading into the second at Mirabito Stadium.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Redding and Redding hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Redding Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the EXP Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fighting Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
A busy inning for Adam Leverett as he faces the minimum and gets 2 strikeouts. Jack Conley coming up with the caught stealing there. And so scoreless. Into the top of the second we go. Reading still looking for their first hit. Now, they've had base runners so far. 2 walks issued by Casena. As Granny Kumana steps in to lead us off. Takes the first pitch ball. Lots of things going on around the baseball square today. Phillies taking on the New York Mets away at Citi Field. JT Realmuto back in action, catching tonight. Brad Miller at first. Matt Vierling out in left field. Nice to see him getting some game action. It's Zach Wheeler on the mound. Kumana lifts this down the left field line. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Rennie's going to start us off down on first with nobody out. Here's Luke Miller. Miller was the designated hitter back in Tuesday's game. 0 for 3, strikeouts and a walk. Scott Rennie out on first here. Holds off on a pitch in the dirt. Good block there by Mena. Kumana's going to stay put. Miller chases. And the count moves to 1-1. Santa 79 2/3 innings of work for High A this year. 18 games played, 16 starts there. As Miller comes up with nothing again, down 1-2. Big 102 strikeouts for Casena. Big strikeout guy, already has 2 so far in the first. He kicks and fires up at the head of Miller, able to bounce back in time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Binghamton, the Double-A Mets affiliate. So a lot of teams playing Mets affiliates today. The Phillies, High A Jersey Shore playing the Cyclones, and of course us. Just Lehigh Valley playing the Triple-A Yankees right now. They played the Syracuse Mets a couple weeks ago. Miller takes outside, and suddenly the count full here. Runner on first, nobody out. Reading threatened in the first. They couldn't come up with something. We'll see if they can get it across here in the second. Casena gets the sign from his catcher. Here's the payoff pitch. Miller strikes out swinging. And there's one away. Jack Conley heads up to the plate. Now, if you're on the internet listening to our stream, you should be able to go on one of our social medias. Probably, you're already listening on Facebook or something. like that. Maybe you're listening on the First Pitch app. Either way, go to our social media page. Check out the picture of Jack Conley's bat that's up there. He got it in Cooperstown when we went to see the Baseball Hall of Fame the other day, and he got it engraved. The Con Man, self-dubbed nickname, I think. I don't know how that came about. But either way, he is using that bat, practiced with it in batting practice today, and he'll take that into tonight's action as he takes the first pitch strike. Very nice looking bat. You can, of course, check out the picture of it on our social media. Chopper back to the pitcher. Casena fielded bare hand over to first. Conley not able to run it out, but he does send Brenny Kumana into scoring position. Here's Chris Cornelius now, the number 9 hitter. Tough day at the plate yesterday, 0 for 4, all strikeouts. A couple of guys who have done that this year. It's rare. Doesn't happen often, but last guy to do it before him, Archimedes Gamboa, back in July. Duran's done it once. Stokes, Steven, Miller, obviously Gamboa and Cornelius. One ball, one strike. Here to Chris, looking to turn things around today. He'll come up with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs on the board, though. Sacrifice fly from Freddie Galvis puts the Phillies on top of the Mets. Here's the 1-1. Called strike upstairs in the zone. 1-2. You know what's interesting? All these games are away, too. Everybody's playing in New York. And all different parts. Brooklyn, Queens, Binghamton. Here's the 1-2. Piece of it will go again. Kumana taking a couple steps off second, ready to go on contact here. And he got him there upstairs in the zone. A big strikeout for Casena, and Redding strands a runner on second here. Scoreless going into the bottom half. Adam Leverett returns shortly for just another inning of work.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones. Plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phil's players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season. Leverett looking for another quick inning of work here. Got to get his team back up. Big back-to-back strikeouts to end the first. Sends a first pitch strike here to Carlos Rincon. Rincon, heck of a day yesterday. 3 for 4. RBI double, scored a run himself. Ground ball left side. Bryson Stott all the way across the diamond. A perfect throw. There's out number 1. Wagner-LaGrange steps in, takes the first pitch strike out of Leverett. Leverett has seen time at 3 levels this summer. Pretty impressive of him to be able to make that transition wherever he is needed. Spent quite a bit of time in AAA as well. Ground ball to Chris Cornelius. Picks it up onto Miller, and there's 2. His last start, he went 6 1/3 innings of work, just gave up 1 hit the whole time. It was in a doubleheader matchup, so 7 innings would have been the end of the game there. They were trying to get him there. Brian Marconi had to come in for him. He pitched clean through 6, actually a perfect through 6, I believe, and then had given up some stuff in the 7th. But a really successful outing out of Leverett the last time. And that's actually the longest outing we've seen anybody go is 6 and over 6. A couple guys gone 6, but 6 1/3 is the longest. Always gets a lot of ground balls out of Leverett. Of course, these back-to-back outs have come from ground balls. The 1 and 2. Down in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now 2 outs on the board, looking for another 1, 2, 3 frame. Still haven't seen a couple of top prospects for the Mets in this series. Brett Beatty or Carlos Cortez, as this one is lined into right. Kumana comes in. Played off a hop. And Winokur down to first. They were, both of those players, Cortez and Beatty, listed on a part of those players that were contract tracing with COVID. Of course, they weren't listed if they had it or not, so can't speculate there, but on the bench. Not sure if we'll see them this series. Beatty, arguably one of the most highly touted prospects all around, number 2 for the Mets. And Cortez, number 10. Carpio heads up and takes the first pitch ball out of Leverett. He'll have to pitch out of the stretch for the second time today. The first time, got a big caught stealing. And the runner's going, but it's popped foul. Nothing Conley could do about it. Count moves to 1-1 as Winokur has to go back. Winokur 0 for 3. Yesterday got hit by a pitch and scored. Today he's on first with a base hit. Carpio had a 2-hit day yesterday. Leverett looks back at the runner on first. Now the righty sets up here. The 1-1. Good frame by Conley. Doesn't get the call he's looking for. Miller anxiously awaiting a ball over at first. Leverett's going to come home. Down and away. Good block by Jack in the dirt there. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner shuffles as Carpio chases a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is full. Lots of full counts so far in this game. See who wins this battle. Runner going here. Ball is sky high. Conley rips up his mask, but it's going to end up in the stands. Right in front of a couple of fans. Gives it to a young kid. And we'll go again. Two outs on the board here, scoreless in the bottom of the second. Runner on first, though, Adam Leverett trying to get out of this. Here's the payoff pitch downstairs. Runner going, but it doesn't matter. It's ball 4. Carpio heads down to first. Winokur shifts to second. And here's Joel Romero now. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Scoreless here, so Rumble Ponies trying to get on the board first. Quick visit from Stott and Conley out to Leverett on the mound. Must have some specific piece of advice here for Leverett. Especially in case they think Winokur is going to try to go. The first pitch from Romero fouled back. Romero, the day off yesterday, but did play back on Tuesday. 1 for 4 that night, an RBI single. Pitch in the dirt. Conley, a good block there. Keeps it in front of him, doesn't allow it to go to the backstop. Another foul ball, this one lightly back. Two runners on, 2 outs here. No damage done yet. Leverett, the 1-2 ground ball. Guthrie, the short, out to over to second. They get Carpio on the force there, and that'll do it. Scoreless after 2 going into the top of the third. Reading is going to go back to the top of the order with Dalton Guthrie himself to start things off. Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Sons. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Shortstop, Dalton Guthrie.
Dalton Guthrie back to the top of the order for Reading. He's going to lead us off here, scoreless after 2. Reading has had base runners in both innings so far, but nothing across just yet. And Guthrie drives this deep to left on the first pitch of the inning. He sends it over the video board onto the train tracks. Out and left, and a solo shot starts the scoring here. Reading gets on the board first. Guthrie's 4th home run here in Double-A, and he puts Reading up 1-0 with a big swing of the bat. That just sailed right over the video board out and left. And he'll hand the bat over to Bryson Stott now. First pitch, a called strike here to Stott. Walked his way down to first in the first inning, moved over to third on a wild pitch, but didn't get the chance to come home. Pokes it the other way, a diving Romero who was shifted on Bryson Stott. Can't come up with it. Stott beats the shift, heads down to first, back-to-back hits by Reading. Stott down there, nobody out, and Simone Muzziotti will come up here.
Center fielder, Simone Muzziotti.
Pitch number 48 coming in. And it gets away from the catcher. Stott heads for second. He thinks about third, but he holds up there. And so Muzziotti's now got a runner in scoring position now. See how that goes in, a wild pitch. I would imagine it is. Casena kicks and fires again below the strike zone. Muzziotti up 2-0. Stott, a good lead off of second here. Casena looks back, now he comes home. Muziati lays down a perfect bunt back to the pitcher. He's out at first, but sacrifices himself, so Bryson Stott can move 90 feet closer to home. And that's just out number one here. Logan O'Hoppe will come up with a runner in scoring position now. Big chance for him to tack on another RBI. O'Hoppe takes the first pitch ball. Just one out here on the board. Reading leads at 1-0. That Guthrie solo shot put them on the board here. But they've got Bryson Stott out on third. The infield's going to play in, try to take out the runner coming home. See if O'Hoppe can get it past him now. He takes ball number 2. Here's the pitch, way upstairs from Casena. Good pop up by the catcher, Mena. Not let it go past him. Here's the 3-0. O'Hoppe pokes it the other way, but it ropes foul. To the picnic area over there, we'll go again. Umpires pointing to something that must be on the field down the right field line. LaGrange is trotting over. Oh, the ball, I guess, bounced back. Was to throw it over to the fans. It was in the field of play here. Now O'Hoppe can step back in. Stott ready to rock and roll over at third. Infield way in here. Casena getting the sign from his catcher. Righty, glove of the chest, now down to the waist. Kicks and fires the 3-1. Grounded into the Arphil's dugout. Counts now full. Just one out on the board here for Reading on the top of the third. They've already put a run up, looking to add another. The payoff pitch upstairs. They'll walk O'Hoppe down to first, and runners on the corners here for Reading as Josh Stevens steps up. We talked before about how good he is with runners in scoring position. Anything in the outfield that's going to score Bryson Stott. Another visit here to the pitcher. Everybody in the infield's coming in this time. They've got runners on the corners. They're not going to take out the starter, Casena. It doesn't seem like that. He's up to just 56 pitches. Reading only up by 1 run here, but threatening with runners on the corners and only 1 out now. The home plate umpire, Josh Gilreath, going to come out, break up the meeting on the mound. The pitching coach heads back to the dugout, the entire infield, after discussing their plan. Casena misses his first pitch to Steven down and away. Struck out at the hands of him back in the first. 2 balls, no strikes here to Josh Stephen. Big righty on lefty matchup here. The offering. Called strike at the knees. That was close there. But Casena given the call. Following Stephen, Granny Kumana on deck. Here's the pitch in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. Casena having trouble finding the strike zone here. Walked O'Hoppe down to first. Stephen ahead in the count, 3-1. Looks like there's some stretching going on in the bullpen out. I do see somebody throwing out there, actually. And Josh Stephen pokes this in the gap in right center field. It's going to drop in. Bryson Stott scores easily. An RBI single for Josh Stephen. Put that as 44 on the season. He brings Reading up to 0. O'Hoppe moves to second there. And Reading still 2 on. Just 1 out now for Granny Kumana. First pitch strike there to Kumana. He's already had a hit today. Back in the second. Holds up against a ball. Count moves to 1-1. Kumana softly to the second baseman. He'll come in front of the bag at second. Send it over to first. He'll get Kumana, but both runners do advance. O'Hoppe to third, Stephen to second. So 2 in scoring position now, but 2 outs on the board for Luke Miller. Miller struck out against Casena back in the second. After Miller, Jack Conley awaits on deck. Both runners take a lead off their respective bases. Infield back deep. Shifted a little bit to the right on Miller, so he kind of has the left side of the infield to work with. He fouls back the first pitch he sees and calls time, steps out of the box, waiting for Casena to get ready. Pops it up. We'll see if it stays in the field of play or it comes into the stands. It does bounce into the stands behind home plate, so he's down 0-2, but he's still alive. Casena sets up 2 on, 2 out here. Reading leads by 2. Miller, another pop-up. This time it's going to go into the infield. The third baseman, Romero, steps into foul territory. He makes the catch. So Reading is retired. They strand at 2 on. but not before they score 2 runs. So they're up by 2 going into the bottom of the third for Adam Leverett. He's got a little bit of run support now here in the third. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro and Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays feature special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Well, Reading gives Adam Leverett 2 runs of support. And so now he comes into the bottom of the third to face the number 9 hitter, Jose Mena, who is our first time seeing him up at the plate. Just 1 double-A hit, takes the first pitch outside. Mena pops it up onto the roof. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind picking up just a little bit, slight breeze varying, but you can see that flag out in center, or left field rather, moving in the wind as Mena goes fishing and comes up with nothing. A big strikeout for Adam Leverett, number 3 on the game. Out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. They also have that Italian flag out there as well. Irish flag today, they had the Italian flag yesterday. Irish night here at the ballpark. We had a nice performance pregame. The bagpipes and the kilts. Huge band out there. It's actually really well done. The first pitch, Antoine Duplantis sees, he fouls back. Strike 1. He's got 1 of just 2 hits for the Rumble Ponies so far in this game. Led off with a hit but was caught stealing back in the first. Reading has 4 hits, 2 runs on the board. Ground ball right side. Miller comes over, dives, gets it. Stands up, tosses it to a covering Leverett. And there's out number 2. Here's Jake Mangum. Strikeout victim number 1 from Adam Leverett. Mangum's average dropping to 294 with that strikeout. Bryson Stott bringing his up to 298 with his base hit back in the third. He's not playing in at third. Mangum takes for strike one, chases 91 miles an hour upstairs from Leverett, down 0-2. Leverett not quite happy with that pitch as he misses high in the strike zone, kind of bouncing around up there on the mound. Not exactly what he was looking for. Well, we'll see if he can put it in that spot now. Here's the 1-2. A line drive. It's tipped by Dalton Guthrie at short. He got some vert on that, but it went into the outfield. Did get a piece of it with his glove, though. And so a base hit for Mangum. As the ball trickles into left. Here's Ronnie Mauricio now, the runner on first and 2 outs. A line drive drops in front of Grenny Kumana. He picks it up, throws it in as fast as he can, but Mangum hustling to third. Good first to third running there. And he gets himself into scoring position there. A base knock by Mauricio puts runners on the corners with 2 outs. Leverett in a sticky situation here. Reading leads by just 2 in the bottom of the third. He does have 2 outs on the board, but it's a big hitter. It's the designated hitter Carlos Rincon who's coming up. Now Leverett already got him to strike out in today's contest. Righty-righty matchup here. Ground ball, foul. That was smoked, though, up the third baseline. Rincon late to the pitch, off speed by Leverett. He's down 0-2. Runners on the corners here, 2 outs on the board. Reading leads by 2. We're in the bottom of the third at Mirabito Stadium. Leverett sends it above the letters, so there's a ball in the count. Crowd probably the most excited we've seen them the entire time today. This whole series, really, even yesterday when they won 6-2. We didn't really see them this invested, but an opportunity to score here. Reading leads it by 2. Leverett goes for the pickoff attempt at first, though Mauricio dives back in time. Leverett looks down, now up, runner going. There's the pitch, the throw down by Conley. It's upstairs. They're going to have to go back to the plate. Here's the tag at the plate. They got him. What a play by Reading. They go for the runner, trying to take second. Mauricio thinks he can sneak home. Not even close, the play at the plate. Great tag by Jack Conley. Well up the line. And that'll do it. That'll end the third inning, and Cone will still be up to bat when we come back in the bottom half. But first, Reading an opportunity to put more runs on the board. Top of the fourth, just a second.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices, from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Catcher Jack Huntley.
Well, Jack Conley, another play at the plate to get us out of this inning. And so Binghamton fails to score. Reading leads by 2 here. Top of the fourth, Jack Conley himself back up to bat. Grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. Takes a ball and a called strike. Infield back deep here to Conley. The pitch by Casena. A sharply hit ground ball deep in the hole at third. Romero onto first. A poor throw. And it's going to go into the sand, so Conley will be awarded second. Bounced it in front of the first baseman. Now, it was sharply hit, but Romero ranged over to cover it well. Just a bad throw that bounced a couple times before it reached Winokur at first. We'll see how they record it, but somebody's going to have to get the error that allows him to go to second. Reading has a runner on in scoring position with nobody out here for Chris Cornelius. They haven't put an error on the scoreboard yet. I wonder if they're going to give him a base hit. An error allows him to take second. Have to wait and see how that comes in. Chris Cornelius takes the first pitch strike. Down and away, Cornelius doesn't chase. The count evens at 1. So they're going to say he reached on a throwing error by the third baseman. That's to what allowed him to advance. You might have to adjust that in the computer if you're looking on the game day. They're giving him 2 errors. Cornelius bumps one back. 1 ball, 2 strike. Jack Conley out on second. Ground ball up the middle. Is it going to get in the hole? The second baseman, Carpio, connects with it, but fumbles it. It goes into the outfield. Conley scores. Cornelius holds up at first. And Reading leads 3-0. We're going to have to see how they score that one again. I would give him a hit there, obviously not my call. But either way, Cornelius sends home Conley, and Reading takes a 3-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. Still nobody out as we go back to the top of the order with Dalton Guthrie. You got to give Conley some credit for those legs there, scoring from a single out on second. Very impressive for the catcher. Guthrie sends the first pitch high in the sky. The catcher, Mena, rips off his mask, throws it away, makes the catch by the backstop, and there's out number one. Guthrie, of course, started off the scoring with his solo home run to start off the third, but out there on one pitch. They do give Chris Cornelius a base hit for that. Conley scored on a base hit. Very impressive. Here's Bryson Stott now with a runner on first and one away. Stott, 1 for 1, also walked, scored a run. Been on base twice for wild pitches. I don't know what that means, but it means something. Got to give our a big shout out to our groundskeeper, Dirk Douglas, listening to our airwaves today. Best field in the AA Northeast. Tom and I have seen them all. Tom concurs, by far, he says. Stott takes the first pitch ball. Casena up to 74 pitches here, just trying to get through the fourth. Takes one downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Reading 3 runs on 5 hits. Binghamton no runs at 4 hits. They've made an error. There's a called strike on the outside corner. Wind starting to pick up here. The sun completely set at the ballpark. It is pushing right to left inside now. Baseball under the lights. Friday night lights here at Mirabito Stadium. Cornelius on first, 1 out on the board. Stott rips it into left field, going back. Duplantis at the warning track. He makes the catch. And what was a hard hit fly ball just resulted out number 2. Cornelius forced to stay at first. Honestly, if the wind was dead like it was a second ago, that definitely had a chance. But alas, out number 2 here for Simone Muzziotti. Big sacrifice bunt back in the third. Walked in the first. First pitch, he sends it foul. It's going to come into the stands. Nobody makes the play over there. It bounces down a couple of rows. Chase for it. Running up 3-0 here. Runner on first, 2 outs, though, in the top of the fourth. Muzziotti takes a called strike. He's down 0-2. Has not gotten a ball out in center yet. He's played in 2 games plus the 3 innings in this game. Has not gotten a ball with the runner going. Strikes out, swinging. Doesn't matter there for Cornelius. That will end the inning, but not before Reading puts another run on the board. They lead by 3 going into the bottom of the fourth at Mirabito Stadium. We'll see Adam Leverett in just a second.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners. Leverett's got a 3-run lead here as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. Carlos Rincon up to bat. He was batting when we ended the 3rd on a caught stealing, so he'll get to go again with a fresh count as he takes the first pitch ball. Checking in around the league, former Fightin Phil Jack Perkins lowering his ERA to 3.31, pitching with the Iron Pigs. They lead by 5 against the AAA Yankees. Philadelphia Phillies up by 1 run. That was Freddie Galvis against the Mets. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Mets threatening against Zach Wheeler. And definitely going to keep our eye on the Padres game as well, as Vince Velasquez was just signed by them, I think it was yesterday, and called up getting the start there. Of course, the former Philly released maybe a week and a half ago. Velasquez so far. That game just starting, of course, 5 o'clock Pacific Coast time, so 8 o'clock start our time. I guess depends on where you're listening from, Eastern time. Game just beginning, it's only in the bottom of the 1st. Velasquez already given up 2 hits and an earned run as Rincon issued a free pass. He'll walk down to first off the hands of Leverett to start off this game. So we'll keep you updated on that game as well. Leverett out of the stretch here to Wagner. LaGrange goes up the middle. A diving Guthrie flips it to Cornelius onto first. What a double play. Guthrie from his back behind second base. Seated position. Flips it to Cornelius onto first. And that a huge double play to get 2 outs here in the 4th. Here's Matt Winokur now, 1 for 1 today. Gotta mention Andrew Painter, too, the Phillies' first-round draft pick this season. Already has 6 innings of work under his belt, just 4 hits, no earned runs allowed. He struck out 12. First 2 appearances, 1 inning apiece. Second 2 appearances, 2 innings. So bringing up his pitch count a little bit as they ease him in. 13th overall pick, the Phillies' first-round pick out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. out of high school. Righty, in case you were wondering, 6'7", 215. Must have a big presence on the mound as Winokur takes a ball off the hands of Leverett here. Clean base pass for him now. Reading up by 3 runs. In the top of the 4th. With the ball, the count moves to 3-0. There's a first pitch strike at the jersey letters. And there's a big strike for Leverett. The count now full. Winokur thought it was ball 4, but Josh Gilreath says we're going again. 2 outs already here, bottom of the 4th inning, excuse me. And there is ball 4 outside. So Winokur gonna take first. And here's Luis Carpio. 2 outs and a runner on. Leverett getting ready to throw his 65th pitch here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sharply hit down the left field line, but it's foul. It's just strike 1. Said earlier that he's gone the longest out of anybody for the Fightin' Phil, 6 1/3 inning, but his highest pitch count, 85 pitches, and it was not that time. 90 pitches in the 6 1/3 contest, the highest. Sends a called strike at the knees to Carpio. So we'll see how long Williams leaves him in this time. Used 4 guys in the bullpen yesterday, 4 on Tuesday, but down a game in the series. As Leverett throws this one in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Winokur taking a couple steps out on first. Sets up, glove at the chest, taking a second. He looks down in the dirt, back up, down. Here's the pitch, the 1-2. Lined down the left field line. It is a fair ball. It trickles all the way to the wall. Josh Stephen has to play it off. Here's the throw at home, no play at the plate. An RBI double from Luis Carpio. Puts the Rumble Ponies on the board. They're down 3-1 now. Winokur scoring all the way from first with 2 outs. He was going on contact. That was drilled. And here's Yoel Romero, 0 for 1. Reading 3 runs on 5 hits. Binghamton 1 run on 5 hits. Bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. Conley throws down to Cornelius at second. Almost had Carpio taking a very big lead, but just couldn't put the tag on him. Conley's been all over these runners today. That was a ball, though, to the batter, Romero. So he's up 2-0. Pitched by Leverett. There's the strike, 2-1. Lever trying to get out of this inning. Already one run has crossed. Doesn't want any more damage here in the bottom of the fourth. Romero fouls it back. The count evens 2-2. 2 outs here. Carpio, though, out in scoring position. Slices it up the third baseline. Another foul ball will stay alive. Do see somebody throwing in the bullpen for Binghamton. I don't imagine Casena will come in for the fifth, but I guess we'll have to see. First, Leverett's going to have to get out of the fourth. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball left side. Bryson Stott gobbles it up on to Miller. A good pick in the dirt. Keeps his foot on with a split. And that'll do it here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 run scores for the Rumble Ponies. They're down by 2, though. It's Reading's turn to bat in the top of the fifth at Mirabito Stadium.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. Couch time for tan lines. The sunshine and good times are waiting, so it's time to go the distance in a car you can depend on. Kia, backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Summer's calling. How will you answer? Kia, movement that inspires. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today for great deals on our exciting lineup of vehicles built for summer.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program refers to a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for warranty details.
A pitching change will bring us into the top of the fifth inning as the starter, Alec Casena, hands the ball over to Willie Taveras, our first time seeing the righty Taveras. Face off against Logan O'Hoppe. Kicks and fires home. O'Hoppe fouls it back behind home plate for strike one. Casena, 4 innings of work, 5 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. 82 pitches. Got up there, and that's most likely the reason they pulled him. To go into the fifth, Taveras gets a swing and a miss out of O'Hoppe. He's down 0-2. drives it into right center field. Running in, Mangum. A diving catch. And he absolutely robs Ohapi of extra base hits. Can't believe he made that catch there. On the run, over from center field. Out in right center. And there's one. So here's Josh Stephen with one away. That was sharply hit by Ohapi. And just bad luck. Mangum saved Taveras there. Now he's got one out. Back to the pitcher. Hard hit. Taveras pops it out of his glove, but able to stay calm, recover it, pick it up onto first, and Stevens done there. Out number 2. Here's Grenny Kumana now. 1 for 2 today. 2 quick outs on the board for Reading, probably the fastest for Binghamton so far today. Actually, the first inning where Reading's leadoff hitter didn't do any damage. Kumana down 0-2 quickly here. Taveras working fast, glove all the way over his head. And Kumana gets a piece of it. Taveras, 5'11" on the mound. Picked up as an international free agent back in 2016 out of the Dominican Republic, just 23 years old. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, Kumana holds off. Reading 3 runs on 5 hits. Binghamton 1 run on 5 hits. Here's how Reading got their runs. Solo shot from Dalton Guthrie. An RBI single out of Josh Stevens scored Bryson Stott, and Chris Cornelius batted in Jack Conley, who hustled home from second. There's their 3 runs as Kumana takes a pitch in the dirt. Of course, Binghamton got their only run back in the bottom of the 4th. Kumana waiting anxiously in the righty batter's box. The kick and the pitch fouled up into the stands. Will go again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Reading up by 2. After Kumana, it's Luke Miller who's on deck. Top of the 5th inning here at Mirabito Stadium. Here's the 2-2. Fouled back, he'll stay alive. Interesting promotion that the Rumble Ponies have got running on Sunday. 25-cent beers. But the catch is the promotion goes until the first run is scored. So that could be on either side. So if Reading hits a leadoff homer immediately, the promotion is done. The 2-2 Kumana deep to right center field. Mangum coming over. This time it's going to be LaGrange who makes the catch. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Taveras. And that will do it here in the top of the 5th. Reading leads by 2. We'll take a short break and come back for the bottom of the 5th.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Sports Colleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
A pitching change here in the bottom of the fifth, so both teams remove their starters as Adam Leverett hands the ball over to Tyler Carr here for the bottom of the fifth inning. Reading up by 2. Both teams have 5 hits. Leverett gave up those 5 hits, just 1 earned run, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 74 total pitches in 4 innings of work. So Tyler Carr will face off the number 9 hitter, then back to the top of the order, looking to preserve Reading's lead as he sends first pitch, strike, into Jose Mena. Mena struck out against Leverett as he takes a called strike 2 against Tyler Carr. Carr's first appearance in this series. Has, of course, pitched against Binghamton back at First Energy Stadium. 2 appearances there, 1 earned run apiece either time. Carr often the first guy out of the bullpen, so we see him here today. Sends a ball into Mena. Now, Willie Taveras, exceptional in relief in the top of the fifth. We'll see if Carr can do the same as he gets a swinging strikeout out of Mena. There's one away to start off the frame. Phillies take a 2-1 lead off the hands of Brad Miller. He hit a solo home run. Velasquez had a tough first inning in his game with the Padres. 3 hits, 3 runs. And Lehigh Valley up 6-1 over Scranton. They're in the top of the fifth, though Scranton threatening. A couple of RBIs from familiar faces: Jorge Bonifacio, Rafael Marchand, Derek Hall, Gamboa, Nick Maton. Playing a little bit of small ball there at Coca-Cola Park. They're up by 5. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Anton Duplantis as we go back to the top of the order. And there's a called strike at the knees to even out the count. Infield back deep. Outfield is as well. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Tyler Carr. And there's 2 outs now in the fifth. Quickly. Here's Jake Mangum. Mangum had a single back in the third, but was caught stealing. Lines it into the gap on the left side of the infield, trickles to Josh Stephen. Hustles throwing it back into second, so Mangum's going to have to stay put at first. Two-hit day for Mangum. Ronnie Mauricio now. Mauricio, the number 3 prospect in the Mets system. But Carr goes for the pickoff attempt over at first. Runner going. Here's the throw from Conley. A little bit up to Dalton Guthrie, so he has to reach down far to put the tag. So it's a little bit late, and Mangum successful there on that stolen base. Runner in scoring position here with 2 outs for Ronnie Mauricio. Struggled to drive the ball consistently. But scouts project him to be a very good player. He can work on his pitch selection. 1 ball, 1 strike here from Tyler Carr. He looks back at the runner, now he comes home. Perfect strike in the outside corner. Two balls, 1 strike. Carr takes a second. Nobody covering second base, even he goes for the pickoff attempt there. Good thing Guthrie, with the lefty bat, was shifted there so it doesn't go into the outfield. Nothing going on for Mangum. Arfield's got their signs crossed there. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Mangum taking a big lead out on second with 2 outs. He's running on contact there. Arfield's up by 2 runs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled into the stands, so he'll keep his count. 2 outs on the board. This game is slow rolling as we approach the 2-hour mark in the bottom of the 5th inning. They said the average game this season has been 3 hours and 1 minute. I feel like the Arfields have been very diverse. Some games have been like, we've had like a 2:10 game. Then we had a 4-hour game. Mauricio takes a ball, a full count here. Just depends on what's happening. Runner on second, 2 away. Here's the payoff pitch. Mauricio connects, coming over Muzziotti. He's got his first ball in center field. He makes the catch on the run at the warning track. And that will do it. Out number 3, Simone Muzziotti sees his first ball, and he makes the perfect catch to end the inning. So that'll do it through 5, Reading up by 2. And it's their turn to bat in the 6th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mal Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mal Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mal Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mal Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Top of the 6th, Reading leads 3-1 here. It's their turn to bat. Luke Miller sends it to the first baseman. Underhand flip to the pitcher. And one pitch, one out for Willie Taveras. Here's Jack Conley. Conley reached on an error and scored in the 4th. Using that bat he got from near the Baseball Town Hall of Fame. He just got it in the town of Cooperstown, one of those stores on the main strip, I guess you could call it. Taveras gets the sign from Mena. Kicks and fires home. Conley connects. The second first pitch swing. Unhappy as he tosses his bat down. It'll stay in the infield. Romero comes in from third. He makes the catch. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Talk about efficiency for Taveras. And they'll hand the bat to Chris Cornelius. He's seen 5 batters. He sat them all down so far. Taveras sends a strike into Conley. Does a very exaggerated motion here. Goes all the way over his head, back to his neck, almost touching his back with his glove and his hand with the ball in his glove. As he takes a step back with his left leg, then as he comes forward, he kicks and pushes, and he gets Cornelius to chase, down 0-2. This one's upstairs. Chris holds off. Doesn't step out of the batter's box here in between. Keeps the right foot planted and the left foot open. Now he closes it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scoreboard people having a tough day at Mirabito Stadium. Cornelius crushes this into shallow right field. Mangum tries to make that same play again. This time he comes up short as Cornelius, another base hit, lands him on first. Mangum almost did it for a second time today, laid out for it, and just a millisecond off. It's really the difference maker. So Reading gets a runner on as they go back to the top with Dalton Guthrie. He's 1 for 3 with that solo home run. Reading 3 runs on 6 hits. Binghamton 1 run on 6 hits. A slow roller off the bat up the third baseline. Barehanded goes Romero, and instead of throwing it, he just eats it. So back-to-back base hits for Reading. Guthrie, another multi-hit contest. will get himself down on first. Cornelius shifts to second. And here is Bryson Stott. He's going head-to-head here with Jake Mangum. Trying to come up with the higher batting average. Both of them fighting for the number 3, even number 2 spot in the AA Northeast. Riley Green at number 2 with 298. Both Bryson and Jake in the high 290s. We'll see after this contest where they sit. Stott takes ball number 1. He's been on twice today, a walk and a single. Flew out to left at his last at-bat. Reliever Taveras up to 20 pitches here and ending on 2/3 so far. Got a runner on and 2 outs though. Stott awaiting a pitch in the lefty batter's box. This time a strike at the letters. That's Cornelius out on second, Guthrie at first. Both swift on the base paths. There's a called strike 2. Taveras grabbing that rosin bag out on the mound. Takes a second to compose himself with 2 on and 2 out. It's Bryson Stott who's up at the plate. The Artvilles already lead by 2 runs. Taveras kicks and fires outside, and the count evens at 2 apiece. Stott connects back to Taveras himself. Again, he loses it out of his glove, but is able to stay calm. Picks it up, throws it over, and that'll do it. Reading Strands 2 runners on here in the 6th. They take their 2-run lead, though, into the bottom half. We'll see if it's Tyler Carr or somebody else out of the bullpen in just a moment.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster.
All right, Rumble Ponies fans, it's time for everyone's proud favorite. It's time for the Equinox Pony Hall race. So here we go. We got Caitlin and we got Heather. And so they're going to go on the count of 3. You guys ready? All right, cheer them on. 1, 2, 3, hop. Cheer them on. It's a close race. We're neck and neck. Heather, all right, that's Caitlin. Let's see the winner.
Tyler Carr hands over the ball to Rubio Armenta here. This is his baseball town debut. He was brought into Reading back on September 7th. He was called up, he and Blake Brown, who I would imagine Brown comes out after him. But Armenta has not seen action because Reading didn't play that whole series. He did pitch one inning of the sim game on our party on Sunday night. He looked fantastic there, got a couple strikeouts, and that's what we look to see here, his first Double-A action. Very excited for his call-up. Armenta, the lefty. And the first pitch ball into Carlos Rincon. Armenta had 4 outings in Clearwater, 11 in Jersey Shore this season. This sends a ball in below the strike zone. Just 21 years old. Only guy on the roster born in the 2000s. Which is crazy. April 11th, excuse me. Rincon thinks that's ball 4. Instead, it's a called strike at the knees. 3-1 now. So in Clearwater, he had a 0 ERA. He recorded 2 wins, 1 save. So you can tell he comes out in the middle sometimes. He comes out in the end sometimes. 6 2/3 innings there. The 3-1 upstairs. That's ball 4. So he'll walk the first batter he faces. Then in Jersey Shore, 2 saves and 2 attempts. Gave up just 5 earned runs in 14 1/3 inning. 30 strikeouts, so averaging almost 2 strikeouts per inning. Also had a stint in winter ball out in the Mexican League. So he's been active after being signed by Philadelphia just in 2019, so only his 2nd true professional season. That's why the youngster got the start in Clearwater to begin the season. But seeing Double-A time to end it off. First pitch ball into LaGrange. Runner out on first. Miller holding him on. The lefty obviously has a very good vantage point at first, but he's going to come home and get a called strike at the knees. Sets up on the third base side of the rubber. His right foot back further than his left as he leans over, kind of a squat position almost. Then he sets up tall. When he kicks, he leans back almost and then lunges forward as LaGrange fouls this ball into the stands. 1-2. Looking for his first out of Double-A. Comes set. Now he gets the sign from Conley. Fly ball into right. Rushing in, Kumana, it's going to be foul, and he can't get to it in time, so the count will remain the same. Armenta out of Tijuana, Baja, California, Mexico. Youngest player on the Arphils roster. Was at one point Victor Santos, who was also born in the 2000s, but Santos traded to the Boston Red Sox. Armenta 6'3", out on the mound, probably not done growing. Looks over at first, now home. Here's the 1-2 to LaGrange. Strikes him out, swinging 94. He whips high in the zone and picks up his first out, a strikeout. Here's Matt Winokur, been on twice, once a hit, once a walk. Ground ball right side. Cornelius going to go for 2 on to Guthrie, but they're only going to get 1. Just not enough time as that was a slow roller. But they get the leadoff runner and a fielder's choice. Winokur replaces Rincon at first. And here's Luis Carpio. Man who did the damage in the 4th got a run on the board for Binghamton with his RBI double. Comes outside to Carpio, ball 1. Armenta whips it over to Miller. He's lucky to get his glove around the ball there. Didn't trickle away from him. Carpio pretty much standing on first, though. Now he takes a little bit of a lead. Hard hit foul ball. There's a strike on the board. Phillies still up 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Armenta sends a ball to Carpio. He sends it right back up the middle. Muzziotti this time an easier catch. A can of corn for the center fielders. He's got 2 balls now in 2 innings of work before 22 with outs. And that'll do it here for Armenta. Great outing of relief. His first in Double-A. Just walked a batter, but got 3 consecutive outs to strand a runner on. And so Reading will take their 2-run lead into the 7th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
A pitching change for the Rumble Ponies as Willie Taveras hands the ball over to Joe Zangi. Righty to righty. As Simone Muzziotti is going to lead us off here in the top of the 7th. Reading leads by 2. They have since the 4th, but they have fought to keep it that way. The first pitch, Muzziotti sends to the second baseman on the field onto first, and 1 pitch, 1 out. A lot of swinging on the first pitch here for these our Phils. Severos' final line, 2 innings of work, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts, and he did it on 24 pitches. So Zangy will come in here in the top of the 7th. Here's Logan O'Hoppe, lined out very sharply back to Mangum in center field in his last time up. Takes the first pitch, but it's a called strike. O'Hoppe sends it up into the outfield, shallow left field. It ends up being the shortstop Mauricio who backs up into the outfield and makes the play. So that's 2 outs now for Josh Steven. Steven 1 for 3 today. First pitch strike here to Steven. One ball, 1 strike. Zangy. Connecticut native, signed as a free agent in 2016. On the older side of the AA spectrum, 26 years old, as he sends a called strike into Steven. 2 outs quickly on the board, though, here in the top of the 7th. The crowd still invested, a 2-run ball game. Very tight here at Mirabito Stadium. Here's the 1-2 above the head of Josh, 2-2. Wind has died down at the ballpark. That flag out and left, down by the pole. Comfortable though, 71 degrees. Zangy sets up glove at the waist. Kicks and fires. Steven connects out to center. Going back, Mangum at the warning track raises his glove up and he makes the catch, and that'll do it for Reading. They go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th. Stretch time here at Mirabito Stadium. We'll take a short break before we come back for the bottom half. The Arphils up by 2.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The Arphils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin Phils fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
Well, they give Armenta another inning of work, so after a clean 6th, they'll take the bottom of the 7th, Reading up by 2 runs here. Face the bottom of the order, Romero, Mena, and then back to the top. The youngster gets the sign from his catcher. Now he comes home outside to Romero. Starts off the at-bat with a ball. Energetic 7th inning stretch from the fans here at Mirabito Stadium. They enjoyed singing as Armenta gets Romero to chase 1-1. One ball, 2 strikes here from Romero. Big gap up the middle here. Everyone playing pretty straight up. Armenta calm with the 1-2. Driven out to center field, Muzziotti takes a couple steps in, puts his glove in the air, makes the catch. There's out number 1. Here's the catcher, Mena, who has struck out twice. First time he'll face Armenta, though. First pitch fouled back by Mena. There's strike number 1. Good frame by Jack Conley, trying to get the call on the outside corner, but he doesn't get it. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Mena gets it with the end of his bat, poking it up the first base line. Lucky it was foul there. Miller shaded more towards second, if anything. One out here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Reading up 3-1. Armenta going for out number 2. Here's the 1-2. A line drive that gets past Bryson Stott at third. Mena, his first hit of the day, will trot down to first base. And there's a runner on with 1 out here for Armenta. I guess we go back to the top of the order to Duplantis. Duplantis 1 for 3 today, but was caught stealing. Armenta looks at first. Now he gets the sign from Conley. He's going to come home. Inside, ball 1. Tomorrow and Sunday, the games go back to 6:30 starts. The reason Sunday's game is so late, they want to have fireworks here at the ballpark. So they set a 6:30 game time. Although the sun has been setting early now as Duplantis sends this into center field. Muzziotti jogging in. He'll make the catch. 2 outs. Mena hangs out over on first. Here's Jake Mangum. 2 for 3, though. His last 2 Very sharply hit. In the dirt, a good snag there by Conley. Didn't let him get past him. Ball number 1 to Mangum. Two outs on the board here, bottom of the 7th. Both teams 7 hits apiece, so Reading 3 runs, Binghamton just 1. And Mangum down in the count. One ball, one strike. Armenta tries to get him to chase, down and away, but Mangum holds off. Mena out on first, not really taking much of a lead. Time called by the batter, he'll step out. Armenta already clean in 1 inning, trying to do the same with a base runner here in the 2nd. Takes a 2nd, and he misses. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Mangum. Tough spot in the order. It'll be Mangum, Mauricio, and Rincon. These are hard batters to face here in this Binghamton lineup. Armenta looks over at first. He's got 2 outs, but a runner on. Here's the 3-1. Fouled back into the backstop. There's strike 2. The count is full. Comes set, glove at the waist, waiting for the batter to get in. It's really been Mangum who's holding up this at-bat. Armenta pretty quick and ready to go. Now the batter back in. Here's the full count pitch. Fouled back, we'll go again. Armenta leans over, gets the sign. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and he got him. A big strikeout for Armenta to get out of this inning clean. And Reading will take its 2-run lead into the top of the 8th as we merge into the back part of this ball game.
Time for that perfect job. The Acme Distribution Center in Denver, Pennsylvania is hiring warehouse positions now. Attend Acme's Job Fair Saturday, August 28th from 8 a.m. to noon at 500 South Muddy Creek Road in Denver, Pennsylvania. Starting rate of $20.30 per hour with potential first-year earnings of over $50,000. Acme offers industry-leading benefit packages with family coverage and a $2,500 retention bonus. Hiring this Saturday, August 28th. To learn more or register, go to hiringeventdenverpa.com. Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61 Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
Rennie Kumana to lead us off here. Top of the 8th inning, Reading leads 3 runs on 7 hits to Binghamton's 1 run on 7 hits. Still Joe Zangi out on the mound. Scores remain like this since the 4th. It's been pretty quiet on either side. Both teams have had a couple base runners, but not really much action. Big series between these two evenly matched teams. Binghamton 47 wins on the season, Reading 45. Kumana, 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1 the count now. Kumana 1 for 3 today. Started it off with a hit, but his bat has been quiet since. Righty. Chases a fastball. Strike 2. The 2-2. Kumana, chopper to shortstop on the hop. Mauricio over to first. Kumana almost beats out the throw, but he's behind by an eyelash, so there's 1 out. Lehigh Valley leading 9-6 over Scranton. A big night for Adam Hazley. Had a 3-run homer to put them on top. He's now had 10 hits in his last 6 games, batting .430 over the stretch. Will be interesting to see if the Phillies pick him up. They don't get to have the 40-man like they normally would if they were to go through the postseason. But for the stretch, we'll have to see if they bring him up or not. A couple of guys you got to wonder that about. They still lead the Mets 2-1 at Citi Field, top of the 7th, though. Miller fouls 1 back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jersey Shore trailing their Mets affiliate 3-7. Zangi comes set. The catcher, Mena, sets up outside. Miller chases and comes up with nothing. There's strike 2. Outside, Miller holds. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Miller pops it up, coming back the second baseman Carpio inches on the outfield grass. He'll make the catch. There's 2 away. Relievers have been stellar here for Binghamton. Runs all came against the starter, Casena. Relievers have only allowed 2 hits and no runs in the past 3 2/3 frames. Here's Jack Conley now, reached on an error and scored in the 4th. Just 2 more games this season. Saturday, Sunday, 6:35. Then the team's going to break up. A couple guys will go to the instructional league. They might send a couple guys up to AAA for the stretch there. They've got a couple weeks left to go. AAA goes until the end of the Major League regular season. So I'm going to say that's around October 4th. So the Phillies are done. Conley bumps one foul. There's strike number 1. Maybe some guys will go to the fall league if they're doing that. Haven't heard much word about the fall league. But a couple of guys will go to instructional camp in Florida. So we'll find out more about that. Keep an eye out on still who's playing ball after we break up here for Reading. Just 2 short days. Conley behind on a 95-mile-an-hour pitch by Zangy. 1-2. Drops it into right field, all the way to the wall. Conley's going for 2. It'll be an easy double for Jack Conley. Pokes it down the right field line, just to the left of the foul pole. And he'll continue the 8th inning with a double. Got to be that lucky bat from Cooperstown as Chris Cornelius heads up here with a runner in scoring position. He's already got 1 RBI on the day. I'm sure the Arphils would like to have some more insurance runs. They lead by just 2 here in the top of the 8th. 2-hit day already for Chris. Now Mena is going to have a conversation with his reliever, Zangy. No visit from the pitching coach here. Just a quick visit, honestly. Must have had a word or 2 there. This is Zangy's first time seeing Cornelius. Mena's been back behind the plate the whole game. Might have a better read on the batter. He'll look back at Conley. Now will come home outside to Cornelius, who holds up. Two balls, no strikes. Sean Williams anxiously awaiting sending home Jack Conley. Out in that third base coach's box. Facing the outfield. Here's the 2-0. Cornelius holds up. Checks the swing. He does go around. Tough call there for Cornelius. Looked like he held up, but he didn't. So 2 balls and 1 strike on a breaking ball down and away. And there's a called strike at the knees. The count moves to 2-2. Runner on second. 2 outs on the board. The Arphils lead by 2 here in the top of the 8th inning. Nobody scored since the 4th. Reading looking to break that here. The 2-2, Cornelius gets a piece of it, and he stays alive. Conley ready to go on contact with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Cornelius takes a ball below the knees, a full count. After Chris, we go back to the top of the order with Dalton Guthrie. He's also had a 2-hit day. Zangy versus Cornelius. He steps off the rubber. Now he gets back on. Cornelius ready to go here, just waiting on the pitcher. And he chases for strike 3. And that'll do it in the 8th. Reading strands Jack Conley out on second, so they'll take their 2-run lead into the bottom half. I don't believe we'll see Armenta, so we'll probably see another reliever coming in just a moment.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us, from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
A pitching change here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Reading hands the ball over to Kyle Dowie. A birthday outing for Dowie as he turns 25 today. Already seen him once this series. He pitched on Tuesday night, an inning and 2/3 of work. He came in with 2 runners on. Got back-to-back strikeouts to get out of the inning. 29 pitches of work. I suspect Dowie for 1, Marconi for 1. But we'll have to see how it goes down here. First, Dowie's going to have to get us out of the 8th. Tough spot in the order, Mauricio, Rincon, and LaGrange. Mauricio lined out to second, and Rincon struck out, and LaGrange grounded out against Dowie back on Tuesday. Mauricio sends this one foul after taking a ball, so the count 1-1. Reading trying to hold on to their 2-run lead if they can. Lefty on righty matchup. Dowie gets another foul ball out of Mauricio. Took the little velo thing off the board, so can't see the radar gun. Here's the 1-2 from Dowie. A called strike 3 at the knees. And that will ring up Mauricio. Dowie picks up strikeout number 1, out number 1 here in the 8th. And here's Carlos Rincon. First pitch to Rincon, a called strike. Rincon already struck out at the hands of Dowie on Tuesday. Fouls one up the first base line, but it trickles away, down 0-2. Infield, outfield, back deep here to Rincon. He's got power to him. We haven't seen it today, though. Here's the 0-2 upstairs. Rincon stays alive, fouling it back into the on-deck circle. That's Wagner LaGrange who made the barehanded grab. Got out of the way and sniped it. The count stays 1-2 to Rincon, though. Ground ball left side. Bryson Stott ranging over. Makes a fantastic play. And there is out number 2 for Kyle Dowie. Stott looking good over at third. He's only made 5 errors this season. This morning I wrote how many chances he's had. Obviously, that's changed in today's game, but let me go back and see what I wrote. Five errors in 275 chances. Obviously, that's up now since he hasn't made an error and has made a couple plays today. A first pitch strike into Wagner LaGrange. LaGrange 0 for 3 today. He grounded into a double play. Strike number 2. Dowie in full control of this bottom of the 8th inning, Reading up by 2. He's trying to keep it that way. Grounder that rolls foul up the first baseline. He'll get to go again. Pitch in the dirt. That'll move the count to 1-2. 2 outs already here in the bottom of the 8th. Then we'll have the 9th inning. Of course, Binghamton, the home team, they'll get to bat last. Dowie sets up. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball left side. It's going to be Dalton Guthrie who gobbles it up. On to Miller. What a play by the shortstop. It was slow hit, and he fired it over to Miller, who made the grab above his head. A good play. The crowd, of course, not happy, but the home team would never be. And that will do it there in the 8th. So Reading has 3 more outs to get more hits and 3 more outs to save the game. We'll take a short break as we go into the top of the 9th, up by 2.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today. The R-Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
A pitching change here in the top of the 9th inning as Joe Zangi hands the ball over to Trey Cobb. Trey Cobb just being removed from the injured list today, a couple hours before game time. Dalton Guthrie who's going to lead us off. Reading leads 3 runs on 8 hits. Binghamton's 1 run on 7 hits. Guthrie takes the ball outside. Up 2-0. He's already had a 2-hit contest. Looking to add more onto it if he can. Yesterday, of course, he had 3 hits. There's a called strike of the knees. Cobb, the Mets' 8th round pick back in 2017. He split time between Binghamton and Syracuse. Actually spent most of his time in AAA. 40 and a third innings of work there. Just 3 innings of work here, I suspect. part of the fill-in from the COVID list. They just call it the IL, though, so it's really tough to tell. Guthrie sends one up into the air. It's down the right field line, coming over the right fielder and the first baseman. They run out of room as it lands in the picnic area, so they'll have to go again. Everybody resets after running that out. And Guthrie takes ball 4, so he'll jog down on a free pass. And here's Bryson Stott with a runner on and nobody out. Cobb went to Oklahoma State University. His parents were alumni from there. Really a starter in high school, but he shifted to the bullpen in college, and it fit well, so obviously the Mets picked him up and kept him there in the bullpen. His grandfather actually played professionally. Now, I'm sure your mind goes to Ty Cobb, but his name was actually Frank Lindsay. Played 10 seasons for a couple of affiliates, including the Philadelphia Phillies. Really a bullpen guy as well. Stott takes the first pitch strike. The righty deals to the lefty. Back foot slider way inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's also drafted by the Chicago Cubs, but turned that down and went back to school for another year. One ball, 2 strikes here to Stott. Almost throwing kind of sidearm here, a low, like kind of 3/4 slot out of the reliever. We watch it here. He sets up at the chest, relieves kind of shoulder side. A chopper to the first baseman. He picks it up himself. Winokur puts the tag on Stott, and Guthrie moves to second. There's 1 away. The catcher is going to have a quick word now with Cobb as Simone Muzziotti comes up with a runner in scoring position and just 1 away. Looking back at second now, he'll come home. Called strike at the letters to Muzziotti. 0 for 3 today. One of those, though, a sacrifice bunt. Also walked back in the first. Ball gets away from the catcher, and heading to third is Dalton Guthrie. So 90 feet closer on a wild pitch. Count moves to 1-1 on Muzziotti. Back up in the lefty batter's box here. The infield in. They're going to try to preserve the run. But Cobb misses downstairs. Fouled back by Muzziotti. The wind has shifted a little bit. See that burger fumes coming from the barbecue area blowing onto the field. Muzziotti pokes it the opposite way over the head of Mauricio, and he lines it into left. That's Dalton Guthrie scores easily. And an RBI single from Simone Muzziotti puts a run on the board for Reading. They're up 4-1 here. Good to have that insurance in the top of the ninth. Here's Logan O'Hoppe, the runner on, and just one out. O'Hoppe fouls it into Reading's dugout. There's strike one. Here's the pitch, down and away, 1-1. Reading up 4-1 now, scoring the first run since the fourth inning. Muzziotti lined it into left, a nice RBI single to plate Guthrie. Two balls, one strike here to O'Hoppe. Fouls it up. It'll go into the stands, though. Make the count 2-2. Ground ball left side. O'Hoppe gets it in the gap. Back-to-back hits by Reading. Muzziotti pushed to second. The Arphils have two runners on and just one out for Josh Stephen. Lefty Stevens steps in. 1 for 4 today. Two runners on, one out here for Trey Cobb in the top of the ninth inning. Reading leads by 3 as Stephen takes a called strike to start off his at-bat. The third baseman, Romero, playing in. He's pretty much the only one on the left side of the infield as Mauricio back behind second. Runners going. Hold up as Stephen chases and comes up with nothing. Muzziotti on second, O'Hoppe on first. There's a pitch below the knees, ball one. Stevens stays alive with a foul ball that exits the stadium. Probably onto the street over there, honestly. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cobb looks back and then comes home to Steven, gets him on a fastball. And there's out number 2. Here's Grenny Kumana. He's also 1 for 4 today. The one came earlier in the second. Kumana takes the first pitch ball here with 2 outs and 2 on. Reading now gets to the double digits in hits. 4 runs on 10 hits. Binghamton's 1 run on 7 hits. Ground ball right side. From second to first, and that'll do it here. Reading, though, adds an insurance run. They lead by 3. As we go into the bottom of the 9th, we'll see who comes in a save situation.
The Fightins features special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoying our Phil's game, great food, music, entertainment, and so much more here at the ballpark. The team will play as the Los Luchadores and will be wearing their Los Luchadores de Reading Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive deals.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
Bottom of the 9th, we go a save situation, so who but Brian and Marconi to call upon from the bullpen here. Kyle Doey, 1 clean inning of work. And Reading, of course, added an insurance run in the 9th thanks to Simone Muzziotti. Reading 4 runs on 10 hits. Binghamton 1 run on 7 hits. Brian Marconi will face off against Winokur, Carpio, and Romero. 6, 7, 8 guys in the order. They have had the run, though, today for Binghamton. A first pitch strike from the lefty. Swing and a miss. There's strike 2. Now, 14 saves on the season and 15 attempts for Brian Marconi. Now, the Bowie Baysox pitcher Dionysus Almango has him tied with 14, and then today he got his 15th in Bowie's game against Altoona. So Almango leads the league with 15 saves. Marconi an opportunity here to tie him with 15. He gets the first pitch, first batter swinging a strikeout for Winokur, and a quick one away. Here's Luis Carpio. Trying to do the wave here out at Mirabito Stadium. Some fans up on the dugouts. Don't know if that's allowed, but no security over there. So good for them. Marconi sends a ball below the knees to Carpio. He had the RBI double back in the 4th. Obviously the only run scored for them so far today, or hopefully at all today. Ground ball left side, takes a weird hop over the head of Guthrie and trickles into the outfield, so Marconi's going to have to work out of the stretch here with a runner on and one away. Sharp enough that I could see them ruling that as a hit, but we'll have to wait and see. And they do give him a hit there. So a runner on first and one out here for Brian Marconi. First pitch ball into Yoel Romero, then Jose Mena. I could see them pinch hitting for the catcher. Right now it's Mena who is in the on-deck circle. Romero pops it foul back behind home plate. Here's strike 1. Outside, Connolly with the pop up on the knees. He pumps it down to first. A good tag by Miller to Carpio, but not in time. I like where the heads are at there. Marconi looks at the runner over on first. More focused on the batter here. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. One out on the board. Arfil's up by 3 in the bottom of the 9th. Marconi with a 2-2. Romero gets a slice of it, kind of looks to hold off, but ends up making contact and poking it foul. Here's the pitch, up in the air. Coming back, Cornelius on that outfield grass at second. He'll make the play. There's out number 2. Carpio forced to stay at first, and there's 2 away here as Marconi tries to keep the win for his team. Jose Mena now comes up with a runner on, and 2 outs. He's 1 for 3 today. First pitch ball here to Mena. Ground ball gets in the gap on the left side. Comes to Josh Stephen, who picks it up and fires it back in. Carpio shifts to second. The Rumble Ponies have 2 runners on as they go back to the top of the order with Duplantis. Tough part of the order coming up here for Brian Marconi. Marconi comes upstairs, lefty on lefty matchup here. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Reading has a 3-run lead here. Good they got that insurance run in the top of the 9th, just in case. Downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Marconi grabs the rosin bag with his left hand. Of course, third base is open. This is the tying run up at the plate. Winning run in the on-deck circle. Antoine Duplantis, though, up right now. Here's the 2-0. Downstairs, 3-0. He's 1 for 4 today. You think with 3-0, Duplantis probably not going to swing no matter what comes, but we'll have to see how it goes. And there's ball 4. 4 pitches, 4 balls. And that will load the bases here. The go-ahead run heading up to the plate. The tying run out on first. It's Carpio on third, Mena on second. And Sean's going to come out to talk. I don't think he's here to take the ball away from Marconi. I think he's just to talk game plan as the entire infield comes in. The Binghamton Rumble Ponies trying to rally here. Sean had just a quick word to say to Brian Marconi. The manager jogs back into the dugout. Got a game plan here for Jake Mangum. 2 for 4 today. Arfield still up by 3 runs here. No damage has been done as of yet. Bases are loaded here, but 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Rumble Ponies, the home team, of course. And on the first pitch, Mangum pops it up. He throws his bat. The first baseman, Miller, makes the catch. And on 1 pitch, that'll do it. Brian Marconi records his 15th save of the season. And the Reading Fightin' Phils win this game 4-1. They take a 2-1 lead over the Binghamton Rumble Ponies in the series. A big win. Adam Leverett takes the W, his 3rd of the season. The bullpen kept the Reading Fightin' Phils in this ball game, only gave up 1 run on 8 hits, and Reading with a 4-1 victory. Fans, Emily Messina, thanks for listening on the air. Tomorrow, a 6:35 game here at Mirabito Stadium.